Hey guys, so as I record this, we are in the middle of our 10-day quarantine because we went to an amber country. So I thought, seeing as we've just come back from an amber country, why don't I share with you guys some of the things you need to do if you're visiting an amber country. Now obviously I'm not saying go to an amber country, but there are loads of reasons why you're going to end up finding yourself in an amber country. In our case, we booked our holiday to Greece before the traffic light system even came into place. There's a lot of stress when you're going to an amber country, and I thought maybe these little baseline things will help negotiate the chaos a little bit. So I thought I'd give you a bit of my experience to see if it helps you guys. Always check the country you're going to, check the guidelines for each country because they're going to differ. This is the kind of baseline template for what you need to do when you're traveling. So the first thing you need to do is to book your PCR test. You can take this up to 72 hours before you fly. Definitely give yourself the full 72 hours though, because if things go wrong, you don't receive it, or there's a delay or something, you've got some time to kind of chase things up. Sometimes results come back inconclusive and you have to take another COVID test. You won't be charged for it, but you still have to take another one and wait for the results to come back. So always go for the 72-hour option rather than 48 hours or 24 hours before, because you're just going to stress yourself out otherwise. Because you can't board the plane without a negative COVID result. And so if you don't have that, you can't fly. So when you pass your PCR test, you get a little certificate to say that you are negative. You need to bring that with you to the airport with your passenger locator form. This will come to you via email, so you can get same day results, which is more expensive, or standard day results, which would be the day after, which is a bit cheaper. This was an expensive procedure. It cost us £120 each. I'm hoping by the time we get more in flow, they'll sort the price system out because it's crazy. So the next thing you need to do is get a passenger locator form before you fly. Now each country has slightly different requirements. Make sure you get the passenger locator form from the country you're going to's website, the official government website. And often airlines will direct you to the official website. They'll often suggest useful links, at least BA did anyway, so that was quite helpful. So as I said, the passenger locator forms vary from country to country. For Greece, it was one passenger locator form per household or family. And this needed to be filled in no later than 48 hours before your flight. Failure to do so may result in you not being accepted into the country that you're going to. So in our experience, you don't get the passenger locator form until the day of departure, and it will come to you in your email. So my advice to you is to bring a copy of the confirmation email you've received regarding your passenger locator form, and this can sometimes act as a pass if there is a delay in receiving your form. So that's like a handy, helpful hint, just to bring that as well in case there's a delay or there's a problem. That can sometimes work as proof that you've got a passenger locator form, even if it's pending. So once you know you're going on holiday, you've passed your PCR and you know you can fly, you're negative and it's all good, you need to book your PCR that you take when you're abroad. Again, this needs to be done 72 hours before your flight home. It's really worth shopping around. So we had ours just outside the main town, a 5 or 6 minute drive away. Our experience was really calm. There was hardly any people there. They had our names down. We went in, it was air conditioned. The guy saw us early. They knew we'd paid. They had all the details. It was really, really professional. It was just really positive experience, and I was really pleasantly surprised. Peter and Dan, on the other hand, had a very, very different experience. So they took their test right in the main town. There was over 70 odd people waiting to have tests done. Massive queues, complete disorder and chaos, no organisation. They didn't even have any knowledge of whether people had paid or not. Pete and Dan had prepaid, but it made no difference because they just shuffled them along like cattle. It just sounded absolutely mental. Made them really, really, really stressed. And theirs was much more expensive than ours. So definitely pays to shop around really. So our PCR in Greece cost us €45 each. That's a lot cheaper than the ones we bought in the UK because they were really expensive, £120. If that all wasn't enough to tickle your taste buds and make you want to go on holiday all over again just to get over this whole palaver and nonsense, because it's very stressful and long-winded. You do have times where you think, why am I doing this? Last step is your passenger locator form for going back home. Now, all I can talk about is the UK, but I'm guessing your countries will be very similar. In the UK, you have to book a day 2 and day 8 PCR test. You do have an option of a day 5 test and release, but that's more money. And at this stage, you kind of don't want to add more to your cost. Obviously, if you're in a position where your work won't allow you to be quarantined for 10 days, which is understandable, then unfortunately you're probably gonna have to fork out that 5-day test to release. Now, it's really important that you book your PCR test before you fly home, as you need the booking reference of your pre-ordered test to go on your passenger locator form for your return to your country, in this case the UK. Now, the passenger locator form, or the PLF form, for the UK was very long-winded. It was available no sooner than 48 hours before you fly, and it took quite a bit of time to fill in. It gave us just a little bit of a headache, but it was worth it. Though we're quarantining for 10 days, it has been worth it. Obviously, if you've had your vaccine, you may not need to do any of this altogether. I know going to Greece, if you've had your vaccine, I'm pretty sure you don't need a PCR test at all, but you will probably still have to do this passenger locator form stuff. Either way, it's handy to know. So guys, I hope that's been helpful. If you've got any questions, then please let me know in the comment section below. I'll happily answer them to the best of my abilities. It is a massive expense, all this prelude to going away and all the tests and everything like that. It's very expensive, and had we known it was going to go into Amber, Greece, we would not have probably booked that, because we didn't want to fork out all that extra money. But seeing as we'd invested so much in the holiday, if we'd cancelled at that point, we'd have lost way more than any of the PCRs came to. So we were kind of like stuck a little bit there. So yeah, good luck with your holiday endeavours. I hope you guys get to travel. I hope if you've got any plans that they don't get ruined with all these ups and downs and shifts and ins and rounds and everything. It was amazing getting away. I loved it. All this COVID stuff hasn't put me off, because I'm already plotting my next trip. So my Greek adventures will be up in a few weeks, so I hope you guys enjoy that. And until next week, guys, when I've got a randomly strange taste test, I will see you then. Take care, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.